But I'll even take an immobile, what's it called, ERIKSEN over Mount, because I think Mount is awful. Like I don't get the signing
Nah,
whatsoever.
bruv, Mount gives us legs in there at least that ERIKSEN don't give us. That's the thing.
True.
I'm sorry, yeah, bro. I'll be real. If you're shit, yeah, if you're shit, but you can run, yeah, and you're good and you can't run, brother, in midfield, get the shit brother that can run. I swear down, because bruv, midfield is the one place, yeah, that not being able to run, you can't hide that. I'm sorry,
You can't
hide like that. But when you're up front, you can be clever and do the little link play thing, bruv. In midfield, if you're not mobile, nothing else matters, bro. I don't care how good you are on the ball, yeah. Like Christian Eriksen needs to have 100% pass completion, yeah, in that midfield to justify him being in there. And now you're seeing my man getting caught on the ball and that, bruv. And then misplacing passes like Bruno, like
towards the back end of the season, he did. And in
bro, at one point he was giving the ball away more than Bruno, bruv. And that's when I thought, hold on, what's the point of having this guy, if he's not retaining possession because he can't run?
But I think that was definitely a bad run of form, because, like I said, leading up to that in the earlier stages of the season, he was good. Like I say, the fact that they're the two options is a problem, because I like ERIKSEN, but we needed to get a major upgrade on ERIKSEN. That's not Mount. I said that.
I disagree, bro.
You think Mount's a major upgrade on ERIKSEN?
I think do you know what it is with the whole Mount thing? Yeah, I'll be real. Like I've sat back and I've listened to like what you guys have been saying, and the thing is, price tag, I'm on the same boat. I'll be real. Like price tag for a player that has 1 year to go, where he wants to leave, the club wants him gone. You pay that much amount of money, fair enough. But I'll be honest with you guys, yeah. Like once I accepted what type of ball we're gonna play next year, the Mason Mount signing just made more and more sense for me every single day. And like even like Rants touched on it, where it was like ERIKSEN couldn't handle the intensity of games. We're gonna be going into pure rock and roll footy next year. Like I've always said, we're trying to play similar to Klopp, the way Liverpool operate. You need legs in the center of the park. And I'll be real, like he's not as bad as he's shown last year, because I'll be real, like I think every Chelsea player was shit last year. Like it's unfair for somebody to come out and say, yo, that Reece James is shit because he had a horrendous season last year. Like it's an unfair judgment. That team was like dysfunctional from player 1 to player 11. He's not that bad, and I'll be real, I've maintained it. Like I think he'll surprise a lot of people.
What I say to that is in regards to, I have no issue with the foot. I'm with you on that, Haj, in regards to the football. I have no problem with rock and roll football. Get the guitar out. Let's do the thing. Like, I have no issue with that. Just jump in the crowd surf. No problem with the actual football. My problem is if you're going to play that style, go get the best possible player for that style. And there's better options than Mason Mount. That's my biggest issue with that. Because he's just energy. He's not even pace and power. If you're going to play rock and roll, go get me a Genie Wijnaldum, for example. Not saying get him, but
that mold of player.
Liverpool, that mold of player. So that's what it is with Mount. I don't criticize Mount. Do I think he's dead food? No, I just think he's bang average. That's my biggest issue with this. And it's not so much just Chelsea last season. Man has 8 open play assists. What are you giving me? He has 8 open play assists in an entire Premier League career. I thought it was 9. I was giving him credit. It's 8. Like, this is what I'm talking about. So, like, you don't give me anything going forward. You don't give me anything defensively. So if you're going to get someone to go and run around, cool. But I'm saying go get me the best possible version of that is my major issue with this. Yeah, I'm with the Guns N' Roses football. Dude, if that's the way he's going, run with it. But like, go get the best playing style. Go get the best possible players for it. And Mount is just not it. He's really, really not. He's bang average to me. Average.
Do you know what it is? I think it's because a lot of people, when you look at the Mount signing, you automatically focus on what Mount is bringing in possession. I look at it the opposite way. I look at what Mount brings to this team out of possession. Because, for example, when we signed Christian Eriksen, I remember everybody was gassed because they were like technical, competent in possession. He can break lines. How did that story go? It didn't go well because he didn't have anything off the ball. The team that we're building, you can see the profiles that we're focusing on are players that can give you that work off the ball so they can relentlessly counter press. Because I feel like that's how we're going to try to control games. Rather than controlling possession, we're going to control the press and try suffocate teams. But now, bro, I'll be real. I feel like you're still a bit harsh. Like, I understand GA-wise, he hasn't been that good. And the open play assist, I completely agree with you because that is like a point that like that's one that I have question marks around. But I'll be real, bro. Like the way footy works is you can create a ton amount of chances. If the 9 doesn't put them away, it will never go down as an assist. Like I remember Pogba and Ibra. Pogba created like 50 plus opportunities, and Ibra was just missing. And now I'm hearing narratives like, yo, Pogba was shit. And I'm thinking, fam, he literally put them on a plate for man, but because they didn't score, it didn't go down as an assist on the stat sheet or whatever people like to call it.
Yeah. Ibra was fluffing his lines. I remember that season between Ibra, Mata, who else? But between fucking Jesse, Tony, bruv, listen, Pogba got robbed of about 20 assists.
Yeah, he goes, because I think Ibrahimovic that season scored like 25 goals, and he did much more than that.
And missed more than that. He missed more than that.
Oh yeah, Haj, to what you're saying, but for me, it's not even the GNA thing. It's just like, what are you offering type of out? Like McTominay does that. Like we might as well have just played McTominay in there in terms of energy because he can run around. That's one thing we know. Fred's the same. Fred's all energy. Like that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. Is just in regards to why I have an issue. If you're going to spend 60 million on a player, go get somebody who not only can give you that, but a little bit more. Whether that's goals, whether that's assists, whether that's defensive notes. The reason Chelsea fans were the ones putting him in United shirts. Do I think Ten Hag will improve him? Yes. I do think Ten Hag will improve him. But the fact that we've signed a player and the conversation isn't how's Mount gonna, if we were to sign a bad boy player, let's say Caicedo, for example, just use him as an example. The talk would be how Caicedo fits in, how he improves Manchester United. But Mount is that bad that the conversation is, yeah, well, maybe Ten Hag can improve. So if Ten Hag can take an average player and make him good, then potentially what could he do with a good player and make him great? Great player, make him top class, etc., etc. Like I just think it's terrible. So I just really
but you know what it is, yeah. The way that Ten Hag wants to play, I'll be real, yeah. You don't even need to be a good footballer to look good in this system. You just need to fit the profile that he wants in it. And if you look at the Klopp schoolbook, it's exactly the same, bro. Like when you look at Liverpool, yeah, these men won a Champions League with a midfield of Fabinho and Henderson, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
Fabinho. That Fabinho I rated highly because he was good, but not this Fabinho.
Fabinho ain't never really been great though. Like if you deep it, yeah, when you watch him, like when we got linked with Fabinho, he's a right back at Monaco, bruv. You know them and that man end up playing in midfield, bro. It's the system. It's 100% the system. Mason Mount can do 100% do a job, yeah, in the system for us. The football's not going to be great, but I think that the manager can get a tune out of him. What worries me the most is what's in front of that. There's no goals in front of that. And Højlund doesn't change that, in my opinion, bro. There's no goals. Like I've said it a million times. When you look at Liverpool's front five, yeah, their front five in terms of the attacking players that they've got, yeah, they've all got more goals in them than our players, bro. Like it's looking like, I don't know, they're saying Greenwood's going to go out on loan to Italy or something like that, bro. You got Anthony, who's not scoring enough goals. Sancho's not scoring enough. Martial's not scoring enough. Rashford will score goals, yeah, but we don't know if he's going to score goals next season because Rashford's like that. Like he's had one.
You need him to have a quality season.
Yeah, but the next season, he might score half those goals. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't rely on it, bro.
Yeah.
So we can't rely on it.
So we got attacking players who don't score goals, and then we have Bruno and Mount who are like whoever you think is better.
And they're not really creative players.
But exactly, they're a similar profile. So I expect Mount to look like Bruno, and Bruno has looked better under Ten Hag, 110%. But not to the point where we're going to do any. I say this is going to be horrible. If we don't sign more players, this is going to be horrible. Bruno,
it's going to be horrible to watch. I think we'll still scumbag results, but I think, to watch it, myth.
I don't even think
it's going to be them games for the radio, blood, them teletext games. You know them one. That's what it is.
I don't mind the football. Like, yeah, get me the results in it. I just don't see it happening with this. Those two together are the same, like Mount and Bruno, and I don't like Bruno, so I therefore don't want another version of you, but. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if we don't make. Obviously, that's dependent on goalkeeper. That's dependent on striker. We could sign another midfielder. But currently, as constructed right now, I do not like how we're constructed. We've seen how the wheels fell off towards the back end of the season. And we had someone mentioned it, we had the longest new manager bounce, you know what I'm saying, we've ever seen. Like the way he was getting improved these players, you know what I'm saying, Wan-Bissaka inverting and all them things there. Eventually, your quality is going to show. And Martin Bruno, it's not it. It's really
no, it's not, bro. But you know what? Like, no.
I hope you might have right though. I hope
Genie Wijnaldum though. Like, no one was saying Genie and Henderson. Yeah, this slaps. Like, you know, but it worked, bruv. That's true, like that. Bro. Like, I'll be honest. Like, we're gonna be playing that haram football, blood. So
I hear that, but if we have the players they had around him, I would not be here complaining. If we had Trent, and Van Dijk and Robertson and Salah and Mane and Firmino in those positions.
Yeah,
So
I know,
fullback,
but we
centre
don't
back,
have that,
the front
bro.
three, and I'd shut up and go, you know what? The midfield can just be run. Maybe that's what he's trying to create. He may decide to go and sign a bad boy striker, bad boy goalkeeper, improve fullbacks, and then it's like, all right, this can work. But people forget with Liverpool's midfield, the quality they had around them. They had quality all around them, man. From the goalkeeper all the way to the striker.
Yeah, but that's what
Nice.
that's the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem.
Yeah,
like,
that's a huge. Yeah, that
that's
needs
a
to be
bigger
improved
problem
upon.
than the Mount situation, and that's what I'm saying. Mason Mount coming in, yeah, is not the worst thing in the entire world if we have more quality up top, bro. Like, but we don't have nothing. So when we transition, yeah, who we relying on to get us goals, bro? Just Rashford.
Mount and Bruno, man.
Them man are not scoring us goals. They're bruv. Mount and Bruno are not winning us shit, bro. I'll be real. Like, you know what I mean? Bruno's goals dried up a long time ago. Like, bro, what the first season he came in, he was scoring goals. He was taking penalties. They're like 50% of his goals. Then after that, his goals dried up. Not only did his goals dry up, his GA in general started to dry up. And now he's starting to drop deeper and deeper and deeper. I don't know. Between him and Mason Mount, I don't know what to expect for goals.